What is going on, guys? Let's talk a little bit about when Iron Sheik won the WWF Championship. Bob Backlund, had been the reigning WWF champion since 1978, not counting a few unrecognized title reigns. But by 93, Vince Jr. was in full control of the WWF and was looking to kind of move his company past the era of Bob Backlund. But Bob wasn't about to lay down for Hulk Hogan, which is, frankly, a decision I agree with, though not for Bob's reasons. I think it was better that Hogan be the heel, not Backlund. Enter the Iron Sheik, strong amateur wrestling background, having both competed and coached amateur wrestling in Iran, and being a legitimate, badass as well. Iron Sheik wrestled Bob Backlund in, Backlund in '83. Backlund himself didn't really submit, but rather Arnold Skolin threw in the towel. You remember that. This is something that the WWF would turn into an angle with Backlund in the 90s. Iron Sheik was the champion. On TV, Iron Sheik mostly wrestled jobbers, but at house shows were a thing, were a lot different back then. But at house shows, he was a major defending champion. Defended that title all the time. He wrestled Backlund indecisively, but also Tito Santana, Salvatore Bellomo, and Chief Jay Strongbow. Iron Sheik's reign, though it was brief, he was a fighting champion. He was a heel in the mid-'80s, so he was a cheating champion, but he was a fighting one all the same. Far as WWF transitional heel champions go, I believe Iron Sheik was the best of them. He carried the title well and built himself up with his defenses as a great challenge for Hulk Hogan that only made Hogan's eventual victory all the more sweeter and effective. He deserves his due, recognition as one of the great WWF champions. Sheiky baby. It's going to make you humble, despite the shortness of his reign. I always, wanted, on a side note there, I always wanted Piper to be the one to take Hogan's belt. Part of me there. He never gets the credit for his part in WWF's rise. Yes, Cyndi Lauper, Rocky III pushed it mainstream. And I know Hogan was the face of wrestling at that point. What good is a top face without a top heel, though? Mr. T and Piper legitimately hated each other. And Piper was a prick heel you'd love to see get his ass kicked. He was massively involved in the rise of the company. But Hogan, unsurprisingly, takes all the credit. Side note, I'm not the biggest of Hulk Hogan fans. But you gotta respect what he did for the business. I hope all is well. Look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.